Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, I read tarot intuitively, and today we have another extra special timeless pick a card reading on your past life love story. And today's reading is really special because it's a collaboration between Cynthia from the Enchantress Tarot and me, and she's going to be covering who were you in your past life. So definitely do go head over to her channel. I will link her YouTube handle in the title of this video, and I will link her channel in the description box below. So definitely do go head over to her channel, go subscribe to her, go show her lots of love, go encourage her, go binge watch all her readings, let her know you came from Tarot Yogi. And what I'm going to be covering today is your past life love story. So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have the Buddha Tarot. Pile number 2, we have the Nefertari Tarot. And pile number 3, we have the Alchemical Tarot. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment, it means a lot, it helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and definitely do go head over to the Enchantress Tarot's channel. Go subscribe to her, go show her lots of love, and I will see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Buddha Tarot, this is your reading on your past life love story. And this is a collaboration between the Enchantress Tarot and me, where she's going to be covering who were you in your past life. So definitely do go head over to her channel, check out the reading that she did. I will link it in the description box below. And I will tag her YouTube handle in the title of this video. So definitely do go head over to her channel, go subscribe to her, go show her lots of love, really encourage her. And having said that, let's jump into the reading on who was my pile number 1 in their past lives. Okay, pile number 1, we have 2 of Jewels, we have the Shakti of Jewels, we have 2 of Double Vajras, we have 8 of Vajras, we have the Star card, we have Parinibbana, we have 9 of Vajras, and we have 10 of Double Vajras. So this is definitely giving me a past life that you've had in ancient China. And I'm getting 10th century for some reason, and I feel this was a lifetime where you were with your twin flame, because we have the 2 of Jewels card, and on one hand this person is holding the sun, and on the other they're holding the moon. So I definitely feel that this was a twin flame connection, or at least a high level soulmate connection. And I think you and your partner, you both were very well known in the community, especially your partner, because your partner is showing up here as the star. So your partner was very well known for maybe the business that they've had, or whatever skill that they provided. They were very well known for it. And I feel you met this person in your childhood. So I really feel that in your past life, you grew up with this person quite literally. And it could have been that you were somehow in the same village at the same time, something like that. And I feel there was a lot of jealousy because of just who your partner was, because there was so much prominence. And I feel you both were really seen in the public eye, so to speak, over here. So you did attract a lot of negative energy towards you, both of y'all. And I think you and your partner, you both operated from the vibration of love. So it was sort of inevitable to get the kind of hate that you did. And I do feel that you were really ostracized over here. And I feel this eventually did affect your relationship, because I see that you were still in love with your partner. And I definitely feel that you were more in the feminine energy in your past life, at least. And I'm not saying that you're necessarily a woman, but I definitely sense a very feminine energy. So because what I'm getting is you used to stay in the house and your partner would maybe travel for work. So there was some sort of physical separation that you also experienced with your partner. And I think that eventually got into the way of your love. And I don't think you ever stopped loving this person, to be very honest. Pile number 1, I think you always had love for your person. And again, on the 2 of Double Vajras card, we have 2 fishes. So again, this is giving very strong twin flame energy. And the thing with twin flames is it's a little more complex of a situation, and there's a lot of karma that also pre-exists in its place for you to even come together with your person. And I feel there was some sort of separation with you and your person. I think your person eventually, maybe people finally got to your person because there was something very unfortunate that happened. Maybe your partner passed away early on due to having bad health. Maybe your partner got something. Because the reading ends with the Parinirvana card or the Parinibbana card, and this is sort of the extra arcanum in this deck. So it's card number 22, and this would be ahead of the world of the universe card. And the basic analogy of Parinirvana is it's the time that Buddha attained his final enlightenment when he left his physical body. So I do feel that there was a sense of premature death at your partner's end, and I think your partner carried with them this unfulfillment that you both felt, and I think your partner really felt that they let you down. So I feel maybe in this lifetime you will come together with your twin flame, and for a lot of y'all, I don't think you're going to meet this person before you enter your 30s or your 40s. It's going to happen much later on for you. So there are a lot of karmic cycles that you both have to end respectively in order for you to come together. And I feel you felt very chained, and I think you also feel very chained right now for some reason. And maybe in your past life it was more of a circumstantial thing, maybe because you are the woman, you had to stay in the house, maybe something like that. But there is this feeling echoed in your this lifetime as well. I really strongly feel that, and I think you still have a longing, because I definitely don't feel you've met your person yet, because there's this deep desire and there's this deep longing for just something that you cannot pinpoint what is it that you exactly want. And I think it is this emptiness of this union that you're carrying with yourself from this past life that you have had in ancient China. And I think the main lesson for both of you would be in this lifetime to have a happy home. I really sense that, because there's a sense of connectivity that is also going to happen in this lifetime. And I feel when you come together in this lifetime, it will sort of reflect in the past and the future as well. So you're going to be affecting the past that wasn't very fulfilled. So I strongly feel that. And I feel in this lifetime you eventually got so alone, because I think when your partner passed away, you felt as if you had no choice but to just live in exile. And I think that's what you did till the end of time. I don't think you met anyone else, even though you were super attractive. But I think it just left such a bitter taste in your mouth and so much grief that it took you a while to get out of it. And I think when you passed in this lifetime, I think you finally felt a sense of completion, because you felt you could finally unite with your person. So I definitely feel in this lifetime, especially, you must have had a lot of difficult relationships, a lot of dysfunctional relationships. Maybe this is also echoed in your parents' relationship. So I would say don't necessarily go out looking for love, because I do feel that at the right time this person will come in whenever that has to happen. And you're definitely going to finish what was left incomplete in this past lifetime that you've had. There's this need for you to feel complete within yourself. There's this need for you to reconcile this longing that you really have within your heart. And I feel that is sort of the key for you to bring this person back into your life, because I do feel in your past life you, like I said, you exiled yourself, and I think you're again doing this in this lifetime as well. So I think it's important for you to find true happiness on a day-to-day basis, and understand that it can look very different. And it's very important for you to feel complete in order for you to attract this person in. And below the deck we have 10 of Jewels, which is basically 10 of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. We do have Ten of Cups already, so you will definitely come together in this lifetime. It may happen a little later than what you expect it to be, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Even the 20, 30, 40, 50 years you might get with your person in your later age, you're still going to make up for all the things you didn't have. Maybe a lot of y'all didn't have a happy home growing up. Maybe you had an absent parent, something like that. I'm getting a lot of dysfunction here as well, and I didn't want this reading to become so morbid, but I just really feel that that is the message coming here. But I also strongly feel that you are like the generational curse breaker in your family, and that is precisely the reason that it just seems as if things are stacked against you, but they're really not. And you're still alive, you're still okay, you're still breathing. So I think you need to just be more grateful and try to be as present as you can in this lifetime. And I know it's not easy because you've had a very lonely path. I definitely get that. And you definitely have a spiritual bent to you. Even if you're not a full-blown tarot reader, you are very intuitive. You do have psychic gifts over here. You're not afraid of going into the dark, pile number one. And I think it's going to be very important for you to not even compromise when you meet your person, not sort of compromise on your own ideals and the things you want, because I definitely sense this sense of you being a martyr and you just want to give everything you have to give to the person you love. And I don't think that has worked out very well for you just because you had the wrong people coming in. But even with the right person, I would say that really take your time. There's no rush, there is no hurry. You're not running out of time. So if you feel scarcity around time, you have to shift that. You have to shift your perception on how you perceive time, because time is not running out. And it's very important for you to live your life as if you're already with your twin flame soulmate. How would your life look like then? Would you be as sad? Would you be as morbid? I don't think so. So definitely just enjoy life. Try your best to enjoy life. And you don't I'm not even saying you have to like whatever, go to the club, go to an amusement park with like 10,000s of your friends. Not, I mean, you can do that if that's what makes you happy. But I do feel for a lot of y'all, your idea of happiness is maybe painting, writing poetry, maybe dancing, maybe going out in nature. I'm getting this very soft girl aesthetic. So definitely go to the beach if that's what you want. But whatever your heart calls you to, go there. Because I do feel you will also find healing there. And it's very important for you to feel complete right now and know that you're not going to end up alone in this lifetime. You will find the right person. And you would rather wait maybe even 10 years to meet the right person than to be with the wrong people every year. Right? So, and I also feel your person has a lot of lessons to learn. Your person also has, I feel your person is very, very anxious. They're also very, very, they love to think a lot. And I think you do mirror each other there. But I do think you maybe feel more. But your person definitely feels stuck in their own circumstances. So I think you need to understand that when you meet this person, you will also give them a spiritual awakening. You will help them sort of wake up to realize their full potential. And as we know, spiritual awakenings are not nice. And when you're a catalyst, it's never good for you. So I would say even when you meet your person, give them the time to sort of wake up, if that makes sense. So I just like in your reading, I'm just feeling a lot of longing over here, and I'm just feeling this need to just a strong feeling of being incomplete. And I think this is something you really have to cure before you meet your person. And I think your person is also going to mirror this within you. I think you're both going to trigger each other a lot. And you may not even understand why do you have so much attraction. I also feel that this person may not be your usual type. Maybe the kind of guys or girls you usually go for, maybe they're not like that. But nonetheless, you will come together because your relationship is divinely ordained. And the more you're able to be present, the more you're able to just be mindful, the more you're able to be aware in your day-to-day life, I think that will help you feel more complete, and that will help you even follow and do your best. Because you are very hard workers is also what I'm getting here, pile number one. And it's important that you even give yourself break from time to time and maybe go inwards to find answers. No, you cannot find answers outside yourself. Yes, you can listen to like 500 tarot readings, but you still have to go within to figure it out. So don't be scared to go into your own darkness. And I don't feel you're necessarily scared to go into your darkness. Maybe you haven't had the time or the privilege to go there in a while, but definitely do some shadow work. I think it's very important for you to do that. Shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed for pile number one? Okay, pile number one, we have the portal card, which reads, doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. So you really need to expect the unexpected in this lifetime. You really have to believe in the impossible. You're very good at manifesting, and you're supposed to use your manifestation skills to bring this person into yourself. So you are like the supercharged magnet attracting your person in. And with the drummer card, I'm getting this sense of spiritual awakening, and I feel you're going to have maybe a few more spiritual awakenings, but what you're going to do is you're going to give your person a very major spiritual awakening. And I think you're closing out some very big karmic chapters for yourself. So it may take some time. It's going to be different for all of y'all, but it's a very Saturnian thing. You just have to get through it. There's no bypassing any of this. But I do feel you're coming into a more happier time in your life. You're coming into a time of feeling more content. You're coming into a time where you really stop seeking, if that makes sense. And there's going to be the sense of self-containment when your person comes in. You're going to really have mastered your emotions before this person comes in. So the more you work on yourself, the faster you will be able to attract this person to you. And with the portal card, I really feel you are jumping timelines, and you are going to reach your highest timeline very, very soon. And all this quantum jumping is not easy. It's also very heavy on the body. So I think the more you do self-care, the more rewarding it will be for you. And just know this, the more difficult it is to do something, the higher the reward is. So don't give up, not right now. And you will find the strength to go on, even if you feel as if you just cannot keep going on. It will happen. So a little more patience at your end is required. A little more self-discipline at your end is required. Just a little more grit at your end is required, pile number one, because you're almost there. It's like you're just entering this portal, and you're definitely going to hear wedding bells for you in this lifetime. And you're not just going to marry just some random weirdo. You're going to marry the person that is truly meant for you. You're not going to be mismatched. You're going to be with the person that is exactly truly meant for you in this lifetime. So understand that the reward of patience is always sweeter. So and don't even try to run. I think you're trying to run and you're trying to get through this period, but I think you're looking back, you will really wish you were nicer to yourself during this period, whatever you're experiencing right now. So just showing yourself a little more compassion and activating your own heart portal. We all have portals within us, and it's a heart, right? So the more you let it crack open, that's how the light gets in, you know? So definitely go listen to Kintsugi by Lana. I think that's your channeled song over here. Maybe some of y'all also have maybe some mediumship abilities. I definitely sense that. Maybe that's something you will wake up into much later on in your life. And obviously that will have a purpose there as well. So a lot of healing in the store for you in the future. All you have to do is just walk through the gate, pile number one. That's all. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number ones. Again, it's a general reading. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And please definitely do go check out the Enchantress Tarot on her channel, where she's covering who were you in your past life. Go subscribe to her, go binge watch all her readings, and let her know you came from Tarot Yogi. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the Nefertari Tarot, this is your reading on your past life love story, and this is a collaboration between the Enchantress Tarot and me. So definitely do go head over to her channel and check her out, where she's covering who were you in your past life. Definitely go subscribe to her, go show her lots of love, let her know you came from Tarot Yogi. And having said that, we'll jump into the reading. Okay, pile number 2, we have the 8 of Pentacles, we have 10 of Pentacles, we have 2 of Swords, which is clarified by 7 of Pentacles and 9 of Wands. We have 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords, Knave of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, which is clarified by 9 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles. So this is a past life you've clearly had in Egypt. I'm using the Egyptian deck. And this was not a very nice lifetime for you or your lover. I don't think you ever came to be together. I think you were alone in this past life of yours. And I feel you were very rich in this lifetime. You were definitely from a very rich, wealthy family. You could have been like a daughter or a son of like a nobleman, something like that. And the person that you fell in love with was clearly a worker. They were someone who was maybe working under your dad or something like that. And there was clearly love at first sight. But I really feel as if your family got in the way somehow. And it's almost like you were separated, and I feel your person was bribed and given money to stay away from you. And I feel your person took the bribe for I feel your person took the bribe for whatever reason, and I think that really broke your heart. And I feel after this one intense experience, you sort of decided to never be in love again, because the reading ends with 4 of Swords. So you took up priesthood, or you took up priestesshood. You sort of took up celibacy, and you just pushed yourself completely into spirituality. And for a lot of y'all in this pile, I feel maybe your south node is in Pisces and your north node is in Virgo. And I feel a lot of y'all may be tarot readers here, or astrologers, or you dabble into occult in some sort of way, or you could be very interested in practicing magic here as well. And I do feel this also comes from this past life where, for whatever reason, you couldn't be with your love, so you just dedicated yourself to your spirituality and your religion and your magical practices. And I'm definitely getting magical practices very strongly here, because as we know, ancient Egyptians really practiced a lot of magic. So it's a little heartbreaking, and I honestly have no idea why am I channeling such sad messages today, but it is what is coming through. Like, I'm not, like, I really wish I could channel something more happy, but I would rather not lie to you, pile number 2. And I'm hearing Blue Banisters by Lana. So and that song is all about like the person not keeping their promise that they made. So there is a real sense of heartbreak over here that you experienced, and I think you're carrying that heartbreak in this lifetime as well. And you definitely have a lot of trust issues, pile number 2. I definitely sense that. You're not very easily trusting, and the problem with you is not your self-awareness. I think you're a little too aware of yourself. And I think you cannot just let yourself flow at times, especially in romantic situations. And despite you being super picky, you somehow pick the wrong people even in this lifetime. I really feel that. And I feel your defensiveness is totally justifiable, but you have to realize that you're not living in the past. And it's not even like you're living in the past. Sometimes it's the subconscious samskaras, the subliminal impressions that we carry forward from past lives. So I think you felt very sad in your childhood, and you couldn't exactly pinpoint what it was. You just thought it was maybe depression, but it probably was. But I think it's deeper than that. And I think that it is a sadness that you have been carrying from your past life. And this sense of incompletion, the sense of, despite you giving everything that you have to give, you still felt it wasn't enough. And I think this also reflects in how the kind of self-respect, the kind of self-esteem you have in this lifetime, and the way you maybe don't respect yourself at times. So yeah, it's just getting more morbid. I don't know. I think pile number two, what you really need to know here is, even in your past, you probably did the best thing you could. And I feel maybe it was destined for you to follow a more spiritual path. And I do feel that's the sense of liberation also that is required here. So I feel even in this lifetime, you will eventually get into samadhi practices of yoga, or you might do some magic practices, high magic practices to escape the samsara cycle in whatever version you choose to go about doing it. I do see you continuing that work from your past life into this lifetime. And I do feel there are still a lot of issues with love in this life. Maybe a lot of y'all are single, a lot of y'all are not. Y'all are not very happy even with the kind of partners you get. So I think there is this need for you to truly heal in order for you to attract in the right person. I'm honestly not getting whether you will have a partner in this lifetime or not. But you know what? Let's check. Let's check if you will have a partner in this lifetime. Will pile number two have a happily ever after in this lifetime? Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have Knave of Swords, and we have Knight of Pentacles. So I'm not getting a very clear yes or no answer over here, but there is destiny at play over here. So you might meet someone, you probably will, but this person is coming in very, very slow because your person is showing up as Knight of Pentacles and he's the slowest of the knights. Your person might not even be from the same city, country that you live in. They may not look like you, meaning they might be from a different race. And I'm not even getting a time frame over here because we have the Wheel of Fortune, and Wheel of Fortune can either mean 10, 20 years from now, or it can mean tomorrow. So it's really sort of the wild card in terms of timing. And I feel the more you balance out your karma, the more you repair and heal, and maybe also find balance within. I think the more you do that, the faster it will be for you to attract this person and to be with you. I think you get very sad, pile number two. I think you get extremely sad, and I don't think you always understand why you do get so sad. And you're very good at navigating this sort of depth that you have, and you're very comfortable in it. But I really want you to know that you don't have to come out and be in shallow waters. You will eventually meet someone who will be able to handle the kind of pressure in the depth that you do, the kind of darkness that you do. So don't try to water yourself down just to try to be with someone. You don't just because everyone is dating, just because all your friends are dating doesn't mean you have to. And I really feel you need to learn to enjoy being single. And let me tell you, it is very, very possible. It is very possible for you to enjoy being single. It's a real thing, trust me. And I feel a lot of you don't believe in it right now, but you will. And the more you start doing things for yourself, the more you start pouring in that love that you really want, pour it into yourself. Give it to yourself. Because you haven't. And I definitely feel you haven't in this past life. Don't break your own heart, pile number two. Really, really give yourself the love that you truly deserve, and sooner or later, the right person will come in. And till then, just enjoy being by yourself. Because it's not going to be a bad thing at all to be together. It's not going to be a bad thing for you to be alone. And it's always better to be alone than to be with the wrong people. So please remember this. And for whatever reason, I'm getting that you do have a higher purpose here. Even if you haven't discovered it here, pile number two, you truly have a higher purpose. And if you didn't have such a higher purpose, you wouldn't have to go through so much. I think that's the best way I can explain it. Yeah. I feel like even in this lifetime, your person might be a little materialistic. I think your person might take some time to come around. And I'm not saying you need to wait for them. If you eventually feel like dating someone, please go ahead, do that. Maybe that's the experience and the lesson you have to learn. But there is this sense of you walking the path alone and you're not needing anyone. You're truly not even feeling that you need anyone. So I feel in this lifetime, maybe people have chosen other people over you. And I do feel that also is something that might have happened in your past life, where the love of your life, they chose someone else because of money or something like that. And I do feel you experience this even in this lifetime. So there is this real need for you to be devotional to yourself. I think that's a very important message over here. And if people don't choose you, it's okay. They have shown you their true colors. And I think what you need is just to give yourself the love that you so desperately crave. Pile number two. Nothing good comes out of the desperation, and you exiling yourself either is not going to help or going to work. And I'm not even saying go out and date. I'm just saying find your inner harmony in times like this, because that is possible. No matter how difficult things get, it's always possible for you to find a safe haven within yourself. And I think that is what is truly required of you, because there's a lot of confusion. You're not even being very clear. There's no sense of clarity here as well. And the clarity will only come the more you go within and stop looking for things outside. I think that's the best way I can put it. But let me tell you, even in this past life, if your person chose someone else, they didn't end up being happy. I don't think they ended up the way they wanted. And I think this is also reflected in your present life, where maybe your exes, they chose someone else, and look where they are now. They're probably very miserable. So that's also sort of being reflected here. And I want you to know that despite all of this, it's very difficult for you to feel as if you're protected, but you truly are protected. And sometimes there is no silver lining, and that is okay. Sometimes you just have to feel things. Sometimes you just have to wake up the next day and take the day as it comes, and still find joy there. I think that's a very important message over here. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number two, we have card number 49, which reads Deliverance. And we have the card I'm Sorry, Defenselessness, Righting Past Wrongs, Uprooting. So your person definitely is going to come into your this lifetime to mend the things that were broken in your past life. And how do I say this? I think you've always had this need to be saved, and I think the more you gave into that, the more you realize that people just want to hurt you instead of saving you. So at the end of it, you still got more hurt, and no one really saved you, and you had to save yourself. And I think that's what you really need to bring into your consciousness, that only you can be your knight in the shining armor. and you expect people to understand your pain, but they just don't. And sometimes that's just what it is. And you don't always need to share things with people. Sometimes, if you really need an outlet, write it in a book. And if you want, even burn it. Because there's this need for you to express things. Maybe some of y'all just need to write like a novel. Because you will be able to channel things yourself that you need to heal from. And your person is definitely very sorry. They're definitely going to come into this lifetime to try to fix things. But they will only be able to save you as long as you save yourself. So if you feel fatalistic about things that needs to change, if you feel fatalistic about your life, if you feel fatalistic about love, if you have to get out of this fatalism, pile number 3. Sorry, pile number 2. You might have some messages in pile number 3 as well, maybe. But I think it's important for you to understand that people can only save you if you save yourself. Otherwise, no one is coming to save you. And sometimes it's just you who has to save yourself, and that's not a bad thing at all. So there's this need for you to feel more empowered. There's this need for you to feel more strong within yourself. There's this need for you to really embody being in this sort of Emperor King of Wands energy. It's really required of you to sort of take charge and really steer your life in the direction that you want to go in. And sooner or later, people will join you that are truly meant to be with you. And I'm not sensing that you're going to be completely alone in this lifetime. I'm not getting that. You will definitely at least meet your soul tribe sooner or later. So keep pushing. Make sure that you're not expecting people to save you, and work through those feelings. I think that is the core lesson for you in this lifetime. Yeah, I'm sorry, your person is just going to take forever to come because again we have Knight of Pentacles. So I feel your person themselves are going through their own issues. So even when you meet your person, don't expect to like just fall in love right away. You know, it's going to take you some time to realize that it's your person, and even your person might take some time and maybe a few mistakes to realize that you were the person all along. So I definitely feel that there might also be some separation happening here, but you will eventually come together. I do feel that. And even for this pile, I do feel you might meet your person maybe at a later age. I don't feel you're going to meet your person in your early 20s or like when you were a teenager. I'm not getting that. You're going to meet your person after you've lived quite a bit, I would say. So don't lose hope. You can always find love, even if you're 50, 60, 70, it doesn't matter, 80. So right now, just really give yourself the love that you so desperately crave from others. And I feel that itself is going to lead you to the sense of deliverance for yourself. Yeah. I'm sorry, I really didn't want this reading to be so morbid. And sometimes our own past lives are hidden from us just because of how painful they have been. And it just makes you really realize that maybe it's not so bad to forget. Maybe it's not so bad to not remember. Right? Yeah. I'll leave you on that note, pile number 2. That's all I have. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And definitely do go check out the Enchantress Tarot on her channel. Go subscribe to her. Go show her lots of love. Check out her reading where she did on who were you in your past life. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Alchemical Tarot, this is your reading on your past life love story. And this is a collaboration between the Enchantress Tarot and me. So definitely do go head over to her channel where she's covering who were you in your past life. Go subscribe to her, go show her lots of love, go binge watch all her readings, let her know you came from karaoke, and let's jump into today's reading on what is your past life love story. Okay, pile number 3, we have 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 5 of Cups, Knight of Coins, the Lovers, High Priestess, and 10 of Pentacles. So this is definitely a past life you've probably had in Greece. And what I'm getting over here is maybe you were not Greek, maybe your person was, and I definitely see that you maybe moved to Greece eventually. Maybe you could have maybe I'm getting also Egypt over here, so maybe you could have been from the Egyptian part and you eventually had to move to Greece for whatever reason, and that's where you met your person. I feel I feel there was a big age difference between you and your person over here, and your person was very well established, and there was a sense of them actually coming to save you, and I do think that they were maybe able to get you out of like maybe slave trade, something like that. I know it's a little dark, but that's what I'm really picking up over here. Because I don't think you wanted to travel. I don't think you wanted to leave your homeland. I think you were very happy where you were. But you found yourself in this sort of foreign land, and you were very destined to meet your person in this foreign land. And I think that's why you were even brought maybe to this place. And your person definitely did their best to mend your heart. And I do think that they succeeded, because the reading over here ends with the Lovers card, and Lovers is a great conjunction. So even if things were very difficult, you did spend time together with your person in this lifetime, in this past life that you've had. Things did work out for you eventually, and you were able to make peace with the past. And it's almost like you found a new home with your person. But there was this still sense of you letting go of things. And maybe you carry that with you in this lifetime, where you feel so attached to people, where you don't let people in, and once you let people in, you don't let them go out. So there is this very strong attachment pattern that you have built from your past life, just because you still somewhere feel insecure. And I feel in this lifetime particularly, I'm getting a very different message from pile number 1 and 2. I'm getting that you must have either met your person when you were in high school, or you already with your person. I strongly feel that you're not single even in this lifetime. And I feel this lifetime for you is supposed to be a little more easy than the past lives you've had. This lifetime is more about you just enjoying the simple things, you enjoying a happy home. So I'm not getting like crazy amount of dysfunction that I got in pile number 1 and 2. So I feel this lifetime for you is a lot about you just enjoying the simple things with your person. And if you haven't met your person in this pile, I would say you will meet your person very, very soon. So I'm not getting you will meet your person after you're 30, 40, 50. I'm not getting that necessarily. I feel you will meet your person very early on if you haven't already met your person. Or you will be meeting your person from the time you see this reading very, very soon. And my eyes are going to the Cupid on the Lovers card. So your relationship has been very, very protected. It was very, very protected in the past life. That's why it worked out for you the way it did, even in this past life. And I feel that's the same case for you in this lifetime. I do feel things maybe took its own sweet time to get to where you were. I don't think it was very easy for you to even open up in your past lifetime. I think you have been very, very stubborn even in your past life here as well. You could be any of my fixed signs, or you could have any prominent fixed sign placements. And you might even want to maybe study about the fixed stars. If that's something that piques your interest, maybe look into it. I feel even in this lifetime, your person is going to be very well to do. And I don't think you're necessarily like struggling financially. Maybe you might be living paycheck to paycheck, but you're still not struggling. Or at least living to paycheck is not like not having any money. So just know that you will marry into money in this lifetime. That is also here if that's something you were worried about. So you will be very well taken care of in this lifetime, just the way you were in your past life here as well. And I think particularly with you, pile number 3, what I'm getting is maybe your earlier childhood, maybe your teenage years were not great. Maybe you experienced a lot of dark things, but I feel the older you get, the nicer your life will get, the easier things will be for you, and the sweeter your life will get. So I feel the worst is truly over for you. I don't feel you're going to have to struggle as much as you did in your early years. I do feel that very strongly over here. I feel your life is going to relatively be smooth. And I'm not saying you're not going to have problems. You're definitely going to have problems, but you are supposed to enjoy the simple things in this lifetime. You're supposed to have a happy home. You're supposed to have a white picket fence, whatever your version of is. And I do feel you do struggle a lot with mental health issues. There are some very strong mental health issues over here. Maybe I'm also getting some hormonal problems, but all of that you will be able to balance out. And I think the more you take care of your physical body, I think the more rewarding it will be for you. And you might have a lot of sadness that you just don't understand where it comes from. It probably comes from this past life that you've had, and maybe you have certain phobias. Maybe you have phobia of water. Maybe you have phobia of the deep sea. I do feel that very strongly. Maybe you have phobia of heights. So that is also coming from your past life. And I would say there's nothing for you to fear. There's nothing for you to really be afraid of. And the more you're able to just live freely, the more you're able to just really show up and be present, I feel that will be more rewarding for you. I feel that will be super, super rewarding for you. And I do feel a lot of y'all are stressed about money in this pile. So just know that your future is very bright and it's very abundant and it's also very luxurious. So you're going to have a very happy home. You're going to have your ideal house. So don't worry about it. You're going to get your space if that's what you're really worried about in this pile. I would say your person is a little psychic. I would say you are also a little psychic, but maybe your person is a little more psychic. Maybe in this lifetime they're doing something that is, maybe they're doing a more professional psychic career. Like maybe they're like a tarot reader on YouTube or something, or they could be like a professional astrologist in this lifetime, because you both do carry some very cosmic knowledge with you, and you're supposed to share this. So it's either you or your person, or maybe both of y'all, which would be so cool, right? So, and I feel in this lifetime for you, it's also about not making sure you don't martyr yourself, making sure you're not giving more than you're receiving. So having a more objective sense of discernment about these things is going to help you a lot. I really feel that. And meditation will also help you a lot. I think meditation will give you the tool that you really require to really go deep within yourself to heal these parts of yourself that maybe you're carrying from your past life. Maybe your childhood trauma, all of it. I do feel all of it is more connected than you realize. And I think sometimes you just need to zoom out to get the full picture. And I do think you will be very successful in doing so. Yeah, just stop stressing about money. I think that is also a very core message for you, because you do have the ability of changing. You can very much change your thought patterns. You can change your paradigms. You change your energy, so you change your timelines. And you're very good at doing this. You did this in your past life, and you're going to do this in this lifetime. I feel a lot of y'all have had humble beginnings, but by the end of your life, you're going to be very abundant in every sense. I'm not just saying money. Money, yes, of course, you're going to be super filthy rich, but it's not just the money part. It's also you being rich in a way where you have everything you've ever desired and more. And I'm not talking material things. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about just having created a beautiful life for yourself. You're going to be doing that. You're going to be leaving behind a beautiful garden, if that makes sense. And I feel a lot of y'all, you and your partner, you both will be coming together and healing the collective in whatever way you choose to go about doing it. But there's definitely going to be a lot of passion. There's going to be a lot of fiery, happy times. Let's just leave it to that. Shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed? Okay, pile number 3, we have I Remember, we have Deep Cellular Healing, we have Lifting the Veil, and we have the 7 Sisters, and we have Homunculus, card number 33, and we have the Sentry, card number 40. And I Remember reads Soul Plan, the Fated Life versus Destiny Life. Deep Cellular Healing reads Octorus Energy, Physical and Emotional Healing. Lifting the Veil reads Questioning Everything, Anything Unaligned Must Go. The Seven Sister reads Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life Expression. So I feel you, of all the three piles, you will be able to remember your past lives more easily than the others. And I don't feel it's not just one past life you've had many past lives. And the more you remember, the more access it will also give you to the knowledge you have gained from all these different lifetimes. So I do feel you will get access to more spiritual knowledge and more psychic gifts will be activated as time passes in your life. And it's very important for you to have a daily practice, whatever that may look like for you. You have to sort of cultivate these gifts if you really are serious about these things, I would say, or whatever spiritual practice you have. It's the daily diligence is really required at your end, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be really healing yourself. Like I said, you're going to be healing a lot of your childhood stuff. You're going to be healing a lot of your teenage angst. You're going to be really healing that. And I remember, and the Lifting the Veil really feels and tells me that you will be able to exactly see what went wrong in these past lives. So you will be able to fix it in this lifetime, and you're going to be also a very major part in creating the new earth and sort of birthing the new earth over here. And you will be able to, again, I strongly feel, leave behind a legacy that is going to be really fondly remembered by people. And I would say focus on taking baby steps right now. Understand that you do have a very big destiny, and the only way for you to fulfill that is to take baby steps. So don't definitely zoom out, but don't overwhelm yourself. There's a difference there. So when it comes to taking action, make sure you're being present. Make sure you're taking action in the present moment and not the past or the future. Grounding is very important over here, and I feel you will be able to see problems coming away from a mile. So you will be able to detect things that are for you and that are not for you. So your discernment in this lifetime is going to be super high. It's going to be very helpful for you. And the more you heal, the better your life will get. I think that's the best way I can put it. You really need to focus on healing in whatever way you choose to do it. I feel a lot of y'all are burning yourself out. I feel a lot of y'all are maybe overworking. Maybe you're trying to do too much. Maybe you're trying to spend too much time with other people. So find balance there. It's important that you find balance and give yourself the space that you need to heal and for you to feel as if you really belong. And if you don't have good friends, know that good friends are coming in. Your soul tribe is definitely coming in very close to you. You're not meant to be alone in this lifetime. So it's only a matter of time if you're single, pile number 3. I feel a lot of you are also meant to shine very brightly in this lifetime, whether you choose to do it or not. I think you shine regardless. And I think the more you wake up to who you truly are, the easier your life will get. The clearer your path will become. The easier it will be for you to walk the path, if that makes sense. Yeah. Any other messages? Spend some time out in the night sky. I think that will help you. Maybe just look up at the stars, because there are some messages that only you can decipher from the stars that you need. So it's important that you maybe spend some time out in the dark. I think that will help you. But obviously, please be safe. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And please definitely do go check out the Enchantress Tarot on her channel, where she's covering who were you in your past life. And definitely go to her channel, go subscribe to her, go show her lots of love, let her know you came from Tarot Yogi. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.